Hi, my name is Abdullah from Stranger Games. Today we are going to see the integration of Live2D with visual novel for dialogue system for Unity. So we will use Live2D characters and animation as a visual novel style scene conversation. So let's get started. First we want to create our visual novel or conversation. I will start with an empty project. I'll call it Live2D example 1. The next step we want to do is to prepare our Live2D characters. I have already copied my Live2D characters data into my assets resources folder. It doesn't have to be resources folder, we can change this to Live2D characters. If you are going to use the resources approach, then you should name this folder resources, but if you are going to use the visual novel for dialogue system for Unity's game resources approach, then you can name this whatever you want. In this example we will use game resources approach, and for the difference between the two you can check the documentation of visual novel for dialogue system for Unity for more information. We need to import the Unity the Live2D's Unity SDK. To do this, you go here to Tools, Visual Novel for Dialogue System for Unity, Third Party, then make sure to check Live2D, and you can visit the website to download the SDK and import it to Unity. Let's go to our visual novel directory. Here inside game resources, inside characters, we will create a new folder. We'll call it character 1, and another folder we'll call it character 2. Inside here, okay, we will create a game object in our scene. Then we'll here create Live2D model, Live2D render, and actor object position. So we'll go to our assets, we'll go to our characters, and we will make this haro. We'll call this haro or default. Let's call it default, and let's go to our haro.mock file, and inside this folder over the textures, then you can put any motion you want. I'll put all the motion files. Okay, the next step is to go to our visual novel directory, game resources, characters, character 1, default. The next step is to create the other character, which was Shizuko. Let's place our textures. let's go to character 2 and put our default. Okay, we can delete this now. We can go to our database, actors. Let's create 2 actors. The first one we will call Haru, Shizuku, and here in the image path, this one is character 1, character 2. Okay. Now let's do some conversation. So let's go to the database, conversation. We'll create a new conversation. We'll create a new node, and we want the conversation between Shizuku and Haru. Haru will fade in. Hi Shizuku, I am a Live2D actor, and we want to play the idle animation in this node, or instead of the idle animation we want to play another animation. So we'll go here and let's play the flick head 00 animation. Then in the next node we'll also make Haru, but here we will play the idle animation, which was called here the idle animation here. Haru will enter the scene, fade into the scene, and play the flick head animation. Then Haru will play the idle animation, and we want to continue to the next node automatically without having to click something. The next step, Shizuku will talk. Okay, hi Haru, how are you? And we can use the flick head 01. Then in the next node we can make Shizuku play the idle animation, and in the next step we can say bye Shizuku. So now Haru will fade out, and then we can stop here, and we want to the speaker position to be for Haru to be on the left and for Shizuku to be on the right. I have chosen the node that will start I have chosen the node where the actor will enter the scene and specified in it our position. So to test this out, you go to conversation data in the designer scene. You choose your conversation, and press load assets here. Then we can test it out. Save the scene, test. Okay, something is wrong. Let's check what is happening here. Here we want to our active fields index to be 1. Ah, because this first node make Shizuku enter, so we want to make in the first node. Usually we want to set our characters to none. Now let's test again. Okay, the first character enter the scene, and it plays the flick head animation. Then it plays the idle animation here, and then Shizuku start to talk, and plays the flick head animation. Now it plays the idle animation. Okay, we forgot to put the sequence continue here to make sure that we don't have to click to proceed. Okay. Okay, so now we have our conversation scene. We can use it as in other conversation scene. If you are wondering why Shizuku has multiple poses like this hand and this hand, those multiple poses are shown at the same time. You can fix this by writing code to make sure that only one pose is active or visible, and we will add a feature in Visual Novel for dialog system for Unity to activate a certain pose in a Live2D model in the recent future. For now, you can use characters with only one pose, or you can edit or you can write your own code to activate one pose in a model like this. Thank you for your support. Now if you notice that we have player here and we have conversation here as the name. So to fix this, we want to make sure that the conversation is between none and none. After we did this, we have to reassign our characters. So I hope you liked this tutorial. Please tell me if you have any questions in the comment section below. Bye for now.